How are you all? Yes, late as ever, as always. Of course I'm late. It wouldn't be one of my live streams if I wasn't late, would it? Right, okay. Where am I? Good question, that. Let's start with turning shit on. Right, hang on. What? What? Oh, don't start. Yes, I do. Bear with me. Technical issues. Ah, is it because I haven't had this turned on for a while? Is that what it is? Yes, continue. Oh, create a pin? No, I don't want to create a pin. Go back. Oh, don't you start. Right, let's try again. Okay, right, so I want... I might as well leave it at that, hadn't I? Right, okay. Did I just sign in? I don't bloody know. Doing something. Uh, that's the one I want. I do know that Richard posted first. So, hello, Richard. Sorry you can't make it tonight. Apparently you're busy, aren't you? But never mind. It doesn't matter. Here we are. Aha! Finally. Right. Still haven't fixed the whole screen problem then, I see. Right, okay. This whole XP thing, I do apologise. I cannot turn it off. You can turn it off so that you don't have to participate if you wish. But I can't actually physically turn it off myself. So never mind. Anyway, software update ready to install. No, tough. Okay, what we got? Oh, we got a few people in already. Hang on. Right, let's start right from the beginning. Right, okay. Right from the beginning, I've got John and Holly. Hello, John and Holly. Hello, Moira. Hello, Paul. What else? We got Simon. Who else have we got? Right. Oh, I can't remember his name. Anyway, MH Trains. Hello, how are you? I'm so sorry, I can't remember your name. I'd like to say Morgan. I can't remember. Apologies, I am sorry. And we've also got Robin Grace in as well. Hello to you both. Right, okay, that's it then. I won't answer you, Brian. Right, I see. I take it that's because you can actually hear me. Right. Okay. Hello, everyone. How are you? Right. Okay. Right. Well, surprisingly enough, I've actually got my coffee ready, which is a good name. That is my name. Oh, thank God for that. Sorry, Morgan. I completely and totally forgot for a second there. It has been a while. So, okay. Great start. 7 in the chat. Awesome. Okay, so what have I been up to? Well, we've had a couple of months off. I usually take a little bit of time out around this time of the year, mostly because summer months, we're always busy doing something else, aren't we? And also, if any of you remember, I was having some mental health issues. So on that note, I'm actually doing pretty well. Tablets are working. Yay. So yeah, I'm not doing too badly. I'm trying something new today. I've actually got the back of the camera on. I was kind of hoping that would make the screen a bit wider. I had been playing around with the settings. I thought I'd sorted it, but clearly I hadn't. So you're stuck with it in this format. I was referring to the computer when you were talking to it. Computer. Oh, I don't know, Maura. All I do know is I don't have a computer. I'm sorry, that straight over my head. I'm having some technical issues, namely with StreamYard. So for those of you who use StreamYard, you probably have realised that StreamYard done have done what probably quite a lot of other companies do. They offer you something for free. They get everybody in. Everyone's all singing their praises and everything else like that. And then they take away a few of the free items off the streams that a lot of people have probably got accustomed to using, and and expect you to pay for it. Well, I can't afford the 30 odd pounds a month for a premium StreamYard. So that's it. Chances are what I'm probably going to do is dump StreamYard completely. So StreamYard, up yours. And I'll probably just go back to doing YouTube live. I'll just start doing the live streams from YouTube instead. One of the reasons why I was using StreamYard is because it offered areas that it offered extra bits that I couldn't get on YouTube. Hence the little comical bits that I used to do with everybody. Like the Summer Breeze song and shouting timber and everything else like that. And my little video that I used to do at the beginning of the stream. I can't do any of that anymore because I now got to pay for it. So that's it. That's it. All sorted out. So from the next live stream, I won't be using StreamYard anymore because it's now of no use to me. So I'm going to attempt to try and do my live streams from YouTube, remembering to set it all up so that it's in this orientation and not the other orientation like I did once before. And yeah, we'll do it that way. So that's the only really bit of bad news, really, I think. While I have been away, though, one very, very lovely subscriber, and I do know who it is, sent me some chocolates as a hug, because a few of you probably already know that my wife hasn't been very well, and she ended up sadly spending a fair bit of time in hospital. Which obviously made me very worried and everything else like that. And I was getting a lot of support from people, from a lot of support from friends, and she's very grateful to the people who have sent the messages to her, despite the fact she says I have absolutely no idea who they are, but thank you anyway. So yeah, so hopefully my wife's on the mend now. She's certainly feeling a lot better now than she did do. Although if I do suddenly get a shout from her, I might have to just suddenly disappear. Anyways, I have been neglecting the chat and I do apologise, and I will catch up with that shortly. Right, so let's have a look. So Maura was referring to a computer. So Maura, right, okay. Why? What's going on here? Why can't I spanner people? Ah, spooky now. Right. Okay. Um, I don't understand that. Why can't I spanner people anymore? That's rather odd, isn't it? Hang on a minute. Ah, I see. It's because I'm logged into my old account, and all right, never mind. Doesn't matter. I will spanner everybody in the next stream. Chris, hello. How are you? Dinmore Junction. I'd like to say, Steve. I do apologise if that's wrong. I am struggling. I really am struggling. Yeah, it's been a while. Has been a while. Oh, we've got 10 in the chat now. Excellent. Anywho, how's it been with having a new channel? Well, surprisingly enough, I've hit 100 subscribers. So that proves my point that I didn't have 980 odd bloody subscribers watching my channel. Oh, and I've got a 10 out of 10 as well. Awesome. Excellent. And yeah, quite probable. Quite probable, Paul. Quite probable. To be honest with you, this has been the first time I've been in here since the last live stream. So it's the first time I've picked up this phone, which has been sat in here constantly on charge all that time. It's permanently plugged in anyway because the battery's knackered on it. I'm starting to forget half of what I'm bloody saying here. Yeah, lack of practice. Anyway, what can I say? I've bought a few bits and pieces. It's really annoying that I can't spanner people. Next live stream, I will deal with that. I'll pick out all the problems and I'll sort them all out for the next live stream. But anyway, one thing I have noticed since starting my new channel is this channel is dedicated to just trains, and that's it, which is great because it's meant that I'm getting more notifications, so I'm keeping up with more people. But what I have done with my old channel is I've unsubscribed to pretty much everybody on the other channel. Sorry. But what I have done is as I've been unsubscribing, I've been subscribing back again. So, yeah, I've been doing a bit of that. So if people are seeing in their notifications that I'm subscribing to their channel, it's only because I've only just realised that I have forgotten to subscribe to you on my new channel. So hopefully that will sort that out. Use an iron, then you can iron out all the bugs. I will deal with all the bugs. I will deal with all the bugs when I get round to it. I can't remember, but if I didn't say hello, Chris, how are you? Chris, hello. So yeah, that's one of the plus points of changing the channel, which I've noticed. And and that's great. So anyway, and this channel will be DCC, C Select Controller in the background. Hello again. Yes, the Hornby Select in the background. Who wants that? Only kidding. Only kidding. You can't have that. I need it. I do need it. Andy, hello. I wasn't expecting you in tonight. But yeah, I'm glad you did make it. You don't have to hit the like button if you don't want to. The stream's already been a complete disaster as it is already. Partly due to StreamYard more than anything else, which is a bit of a shame, really, because I was actually really enjoying all the little quirks and stuff like that that you could do on StreamYard. And I thought that it was absolutely fantastic and that you were getting what you got for free. But sadly, no more. Amelia, hello, darling. How are you? Um, to those of you that don't know, Amelia is my daughter. Don't call everybody darling, Only my baby girl. Oh dear. Anyway, all right, I'll stop embarrassing you now, girl. You can turn it on mute now. Oh dear. Anyway, so yeah, yeah, people are saying smash the like button. Really, you don't have to if you don't want to. Lol, all good. Excellent. So I haven't been doing nothing. I have been doing something. I bought a new MGR wagon, well, not a new one, but a new second-hand one. So I've got another one to add to the collection now. I think I've got 4 up there now. I think it is. Could be 4. Where's the? Oh, there it is. Ah. So I was looking for the DeLorean, but it's above my head. Oh dear. Anyway, Anthony Dodge, hello, welcome. Yeah, everybody appears to be here. So if you could all just do me a little favour and just remind other people that we're on the new channel, just in case there are people hovering over the old channel, wondering why is there no live stream. I'm kind of hoping there's a live. I'm kind of hoping everybody's got the message. I think I did make it pretty clear in the last one. But what I'm kind of hoping is now the live streams are back, it might help get my mojo back into actually doing something on the layout. So there'd be no surprise that there is no update this month because there isn't one. Oh dear. Anyway, I got the camera positioned in such a position that I'm thinking that I can't be seen, and I'm doing this a lot. So, which is hurting my neck. I must stop doing it because when I'm up straight like this, I can see in the camera that I'm actually on the picture and my head's not being cut off. Oh dear. So anyway, it's lovely to see you all again. I am still alive, just. And fortunately, the train set shop's starting to pick up a bit as well. I don't know whether it's because the fact that I haven't been on YouTube, I haven't been doing my live streams, that some people may have had the assumption that the train set shop is not open. It is very much still open, and it is starting to pick up again. I'm mostly putting that down to the summer months because let's face it, no one really does a lot of things in the summer. But anyway, I was down at Dave Angel's last night, and I'd purchased 2 Class 31s, and he sold them to me at a really good price. But I have to admit, there is something really seriously wrong with them. Oh dear, excuse me, hiccups. Signal Cabin, hello, welcome to the chat. Welcome to me dribbling on for the next 2 hours. That's the end of the coffee, right? So I'll show you what we've got so far. So we have a weathered edition, Class 31 in BR blue. And we also have, now please correct me if I'm wrong, but I don't know what livery this is, but I'm guessing it's rail freight. So to those of you that do know what this livery is, please tell me, because I don't know. I have seen them in this livery before, but I'm not 100% sure. Simon says it could be Dutch. Don't know. We need the Dutch expert, don't we? Dutch rail freight. Is it really? Ah, I see. Oh, it can go with my other Dutch engine then, with my MY class diesel. But anyway, I have bought these very, very cheap, and I bought them very, very cheap for a very, very good reason. And that is, these two locomotives have suffered with the dreaded Mazak rot. Yes. But I have seen, and I can't remember where now, but I have seen a YouTube video of somebody trying to work out how the packaging comes apart on this, of somebody recreating a chassis for one of these out of plastic card and then adding the weight. This one particular locomotive, the Dutch version of it at least anyway, as everyone's been very kindly telling me, Dutch, hang on, Chris, what is Chris saying? Dutch is a nickname because it looks like Dutch. It is actually a UK livery. Ah, okay. Pastor Dutchy on the left-hand side. Hey, come on, Steve. Bloody hell, showing your age now. Bloody hell. I'm actually trying to think of what the name of the band was now. Oh, Musical Youth, that was it. Musical Youth. Pastor Dutch on the left-hand side was a pop song back in 1983. Ask me how I know that. Oh, we have a pin out. That doesn't always bode very well, does it? No, Dave has actually got written on the box Mazak rot. And he most certainly sold them to me with the intention of me actually trying to do something with them. At worst, this particular one could end up being just spare parts, because it says the chassis on this one is completely gone, whereas the chassis on the other one's only gone on the ends, and it is actually still a very usable engine. But what I would like to be able to do is get the chassis off on this one, so that it doesn't damage the body. Now, I've been having a look on eBay, and please be careful with eBay. I've seen one on there this week for sale, class 31, and some wicked person has advertised it as runs poorly, but hasn't actually expressed what the reason is. And in one of the pictures, you can see that. See the crack there? If you see that on any class 31, right, being sold on eBay, it's got Mazak rot. Okay, so unless of course they've actually stated that it's got Mazak rot, and you're in a position where you can actually fix it, don't touch it, because otherwise you're going to end up spending a lot of money for no reason. Right now, I have noticed that one screw is actually missing in this, which is not a bad thing. It's not a bad thing at all. Yeah, Pastor Dutchy drug song. Yeah, wasn't it actually called Pastor Dutchip? I believe it was actually called Pastor Dutchip, and they had to change the name of the song. But I know it was 1983 because it was in the charts in 1983 when I was at Central Television on a television show called The Saturday Show with my brother. And we got to see, who did we get to see? We got to see Jeremy Beadle. We got to see Steve Davis, the snooker player. And both myself and my brother ended up being honorary members of the Hedgehog Society. Don't ask me why. It's something to do with my mother. I think my mum just wanted us to be on television, I think. Oh dear. Right, that's those two pins there. Right, something's already fallen out. I think it's the cab. Oh, all right, here we go. There's the cab. Oh, there's one cab end anyway. Stick that in there out the way. Right. Okay. Right. So that's now took the pressure, and that's the back of the cab on the other end. Is that loose? Yeah, that's loose too. Right. Okay. Lovely. Okay. Right. So this is number one. And I don't know whether it's my eyes that are deceiving me or not, but I can swear that that's banana shaped, which I'm not far surprised if it is. I get the old ruler out. Let me try and keep up with the chat. Right, okay. I bought a 72 from Rails of Sheffield that had Mazzacrot. Wasn't cheap either. Didn't notice for ages. Sugar. By which time it's probably too late. Digger Evans, hello, welcome to the chat, my friend. Wow, 1983. I either finished my first year of uni or starting second and about to meet Joyce. In 1983, I was I was 7 years old, Anthony. Sorry if I'm making you feel old. Oh dear. Can't tag. No, that's fair enough, Digger. That's fair enough. I'm having issues myself, Digger, and I can't spanner anybody. Not until the next live stream, anyway. Anyway, I'm just putting a ruler across the chassis here. And yeah, only minutely, but it is banana. The chassis has bananaed. It's a bloody shame, really. But there we go. Oh, you can actually see it there. Actually, fortunately, it's broken the fixing rather than the circuit board. But you can see there's a break there, and that circuit board should be attached to that. I don't know whether you can actually see that or not on camera. Yeah, you can see that. So yeah, it has most certainly bananaed. The other fortunate thing is because that's broken off there, it's only fixed this side on the circuit board, so at least it's made the circuit board safe. I've never seen a decoder like that before either. You've got your usual 8-pin decoder there, but then you've got an extra 4 pins on the end there as well. So I'm not sure what that's for. I'm sure one of you DCC people will enlighten me on that one. But yeah, it's a big shame. It really is. That one is, because it's an all-wheel drive as well. It's a 6-wheel drive. So once running properly, I'm pretty sure that these are pretty good locomotives. But I'm happy I've done this anyway, because this can do whatever it likes now. The circuit board is safe, which is what I wanted to check, and so is the body as well. The body's not going to deteriorate anymore either. So I can very easily just glue that back together. Yeah, I can just glue that back together. Oh, it's got opening doors as well. The door's open. Oh, that's funky. I never noticed that before. Oh, there we go. Does say it was? Yeah, it's a 2004 model. This one is right. So that's that one sorted out. Let's have a look at the other one. Put all this lot to one side for now. So I have a few options with this. I have been told as to whether it's true or not, and though I was told that they're not sure, but I was told that apparently I could get away with using a Lima Class 31 as its base, and then using the bogies and the motor from this in that. Whether that's right or not, I don't know. But I suppose it's worth a punt, isn't it? So if I can find myself another cheap 31 from somewhere, I can try and recreate it. I thought I saw someone else in the chat. Hello, Tom. How are you? Just looking through my new purchases. So we get this one out now. Oh, chuck that down there out of the way. Now, this one apparently is a runner. This one is a runner. Where's that screw? Here it is. I do have all 4 screws. That's good. Okay. Yeah, I'm going to have a look. If I can try and find that video again, which I'm pretty sure won't be very difficult, I'll share it with you in the next one. This was a 2005 model. Wow. So for almost a whole year, Hornby was selling Class 31s with Mazzacross. Right, chuck that down there, chuck that up there. Pull the sleeves off both sides. Right, okay. What are we going on here? That's a shame. I flogged my Lima 31 a few weeks ago. Oh dear. Frankenstein Class 31. That's it, Simon. That's it. That's exactamundo. Now this is actually really, really nice. This one is. It's such a shame that there's something wrong with it. I actually do quite like these weathered models. Right. Okay. So again, this one's got a break here as well. Dave's already had this one apart, and he's had a look at it. The front and rear cabs ends have completely gone. And I can actually see crazing up the chassis here as well. So what I will do is whatever I can do with this other one here. Oh dear, excuse me. I'll do the same with this one too. Right, so this one's got a tiny, and I mean tiny, the tiniest little bit more damage to the body, as opposed to the other one. But the screw connections have completely gone. In the top of the body here, they've all completely gone. And this end does have a split in the corners here, there too. So I'm pretty sure I can repair those. Yeah, I'm pretty sure I can repair that. It is an absolute bloody shame. It really is. You know, yeah, absolute bloody shame. I'm surprised Hornby didn't do a recall on these. So what we got on this one then? This one's got a couple of extra features by the look on it. Yeah, I've actually got lights in the top of the cab here. Got cab lights in this one, whereas the other one I don't think does. Let's have a quick look. No, it doesn't have cab lights. No, I can't see any anyway, but no, I don't think it does have cab lights. Um, right, so let me just, that'll just have to dangle there for now as to that one. Where's my rule? Check the rule on this one. This particular one, you can see it. It is absolutely all over the body. Yeah, this one's bananaed as well. So yeah, so both these chassis are absolutely ruined. I'm not going to demonstrate it because I want to try and retain as much of this as possible, so that when I do come to try and rebuild it, I can. I'm just looking at it now. Yeah, yeah, yeah. So there we go. So these are my new purchases. I mean, it has a working fan in it as well. I have read on forums apparently people disconnect those so that they can get extra power. Whether that's true or not, I don't know. Um, but yeah, you can hardly turn the bogies either. That one you can, but this one is a bit tight. Yeah. So yeah, so that's my little project. I'm going to try and, as Simon calls it, Frankenstein a couple of 31s and improve them. Because there's nothing wrong with the bogies and there's nothing wrong with the motors. Everything all works. Um, Tom, are the bogies all right? Yeah, yeah, they're all absolutely fine. It's literally just the chassis that's the issue. Um, but yeah, everything else is fine. Tim, hello, Tim. How are you? Damn it, Tim! I was supposed to come and see you, wasn't I? Completely and totally forgot. Um, Actually, no, tell a lie. I remember now. I didn't forget, Tim. I did and I didn't. I did and I didn't. My wife ended up in hospital. Yeah, I will message you. Um, uh, John and Holly, when you build baseboards, do you use all the glue and screws, or just screws, or do you use anything different? In my case, I can't remember now. I think I just used screws. It does pay to glue it. Don't get me wrong, it does pay to glue it. It does help to make the boards a lot more rigid. It all depends on what you're doing. Uh, I mean, everybody's different. People are probably going to give you different advice. But for me, I would say if you're putting it in a damp area or in a cold area, such as like a garage or a shed or a loft, glue it. But if, like me, you've got it in a nice warm room like this, probably not. I probably wouldn't bother. It wouldn't hurt to, but I know I haven't. But this is it. All good, mate. Thanks, fine. Have you been busy? How? I have been very busy helping my dad move into his new house. Cool. Okay. I am sorry to hear that. Right. Okay. And you. I hope didn't know. Yeah. Anthony, it doesn't matter. It to be fair, it was nothing to shout about. I apart from chatting to a few people, not many people actually knew about it. Um, but Robert Grace knew about it. But I suppose that was just through just chatting to them at the same time, as giving them their condolences to Rob losing his dad. Um, you know, there's a few people that have lost family members just lately. Simon's one of them. Andy Shotford Express, he lost his dad also. It's yeah, it's getting there now, isn't it? It's getting to a point now where we get into that particular age where everybody's starting to drop off in it. Life sucks, doesn't it? But it has to go on, doesn't it? As cruel as it might sound. Yeah, I saw a message saying that you were in the hospital last week. Yeah, it was probably, yeah. So I thought you wouldn't be coming over. I hope you, yeah, okay. Yeah, Tim, I'll message you later. I'm actually in Newport tomorrow, so yeah, I'll message you tomorrow. I'll message you tonight, and we'll sort something out for tomorrow. I see the DCC controller behind you. You finally come over to the dark side, Brian. Tim, that's actually been behind me now for, let's say, probably about 6 months now. That controller is literally only for testing DCC fitted locomotives for the shop. But I did have a moment of madness and thought maybe I could convert one of the top lines to DC stroke DCC, so that I could run trains on there while I'm testing them. Yeah, it might still happen. I don't know yet. But the only time it'll ever be DCC is when I'm testing locomotives for the shop. Every other time it'll be DC, and that's it. I think it'd be better to be running around on a loop and testing it properly, like over points and stuff like that, instead of just having it on a rolling road like I have been doing. So yeah, that's the idea anyway. But I have literally only got it for testing locomotives. That is it. I've been at the county showground tomorrow. No, I'm not early for the Stafford show. Yeah. DCC, Brian. Bugger off, Tim. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, absolutely, Tim. That's what I thought, at the end of the day. But, primarily, the entire layout is DC, and it will always be DC, and it will never change. That's it. Andy, your ears must have been burning. Hello, my friend. How are you? So for everybody that's just joined the chat, you'll have noticed no one's got a spanner anymore. That's just a technical hitch. Next month, everybody will be spannered again. I will make sure of that. In fact, actually, I'll probably spanner everybody tonight. But yeah. So, what else have I got to say? Not really a great deal else, really. Everything is exactly as it was. I need to move the switch panel here. That's it. Don't want to strain any wires. That just needs power connecting to it. As soon as power's connected to that, I can screw that up properly because it is getting in the way. And yeah, and hopefully, fingers crossed, the layout will be working again. I haven't got trains running tonight. I've literally just come in here um, just before the stream started for the first time in 2 months. So I think the track probably could do with a good clean first before I run any trains. I mean, my Silver Fox is still on the track from 2 months ago. But I'm pretty sure if I plugged that in, it would probably go again. But no, I'm going to leave everything unplugged for now. And check the layout over. Just make sure nothing's lying on it. But yeah. Right, okay. Oh, well, that's just answered Tim's question. Sorry, Tim. No, I don't have any trains running tonight. Maybe next week. Well, next week, next month. Maybe next month. I don't know yet. But RGJ trains should hopefully be live tonight at 8 o'clock, as long as they're feeling up to it. So if I would normally I would say, yeah, if they could put a link into the chat, but they can't because they haven't got any spanners. I will deal with it. Don't worry, I will deal with it. Right, what else can I do? Ivo. Ifo, sorry. Hello, welcome to the chat, my friend. Right, Dutch livery, as it looks like the first iteration of the livery we used on electric locomotives, grey with yellow ends. Thank you very much for that lovely little bit of information there. See, every day is a school day. Did I? Thought I did. Hello, Mark and Lisa. How are you both? Nice to see you here. Everyone's all slowly coming in, and it's lovely to see. I still don't understand how I've got 100 subscribers, but there we go. But yeah, apparently I do. And for some unknown reason as well, despite the fact I pretty much emphasised the fact that the other channel was coming to an end, although it was staying, I was leaving it on. People are still subscribing to the channel. I think last time I looked, it was 988. I just don't understand. It's probably going to be the first dormant channel to get to 1,000 subscribers. That'd be good, wouldn't it? Mark and Lisa, been half an hour. Been about half an hour, Brian. Did you just start again? Been about half an hour, Brian. You just didn't see us. Oh, I am so sorry. I really am so sorry. But at least I've noticed you now. So if you've asked any questions, please ask. Brian, the water tower on your shop, is that a kit or a resin building? It is a resin building. It's part of the Hornby Scaledale series, and they're all resin. Perfect for shed layouts, outdoor layouts, loft layouts. Am I selling it to you, Tim? Zombie channel, then? Yes, absolutely, Tom. Absolutely. The first loco is a civil engineering livery. Right, okay. Okay. Hammers also used. If you come over tomorrow, could you bring it with you for me to take a look at? I most certainly can, Tim, not a problem. Oh, Richard, hello. I didn't think you was able to make it tonight. But hello again. But yeah, nice of you to join us. But yeah, it's lovely to see everybody back. I was worried that I might be missing a few people. I know a few people still haven't popped into the chat yet. but most of the usuals have arrived, which I am very glad about. Um, I was a little bit worried that some people may not have gotten the memo and they'd be lurking around on the other channel waiting for me to go live. So yeah, so spread the word, tell everybody I'm on the new channel. So what are we going to be doing? Well, I need to get this station done, and I've said it before, and I'll have to say it again. I got to get it done. I think that's top priority. I think that is. I'm going to be mucking around with these class 31s in the background. Videos will be very few and far between. I have decided not to do any more videos at exhibitions. There's too many people doing it. So I'm not doing it anymore. I'd much rather just go to an exhibition and enjoy it, rather than just waiting for people to get out of the way so I can do a video and stuff like that. It takes up a lot of your time, especially the editing part of it. It's a nightmare. For me, it is anyway, especially the way I do it. But yeah, you could spend all day filming, then you have to compress it down to about between 20 minutes to 30 minutes. So I don't like them running any longer than that. Then once you've edited it, then you watch it. So you're probably watching it for about half an hour. Then you see mistakes and you fix those, and you re-watch it again. And then when you're happy with it, you upload it and you watch it again just to make sure that it is okay. And then that's that. So the entire process probably lasts about, I would say, easily 10 to 12 hours of editing. I just don't have the time for that anymore. But I suppose that's what happens when you're trying to make everything perfect. It will be next Christmas till it gets done. Oh, quite probable, Paul. I'm in no rush. I really am in no rush whatsoever. Timber's circumstances have changed somewhat in terms of 3D printing. So what started out as a possible concept to launch as a product, that's gone out the window now, I believe, unless, of course, Timber corrects me on that. The Scenic 3D, Jeff, he's the same. His priorities with his mum right now, quite rightly so. At the end of the day, your family always comes first. So he's took a bit of a backseat to the 3D printing. I think he will, like Timber, will do the odd bit of bespoke items, I think. But I think Jeff's mainly concentrating on T-shirts, coasters, mugs, and stuff like that, which I'm grateful for, because all of our mugs that we've been getting from the train set shop have come through Jeff, which was great. We are ready to create another batch of mugs, but we are holding off on that right now, mostly because the fact that we are trying to save up money to get a domain for the website, so that we can, because what we would like to do is be able to cater to more people other than just YouTubers. 99% of our business is from you lot, and we want the business to. We want to expand the business. We want to make it a big success if we can. But to do that, we do need that domain, and that costs money. So what we're going to do is we're going to save enough money so that we can actually subscribe to Wix site, who we created the website through, and that will enable us to do that, and a few other bits and pieces. Maybe if we decide we want to do that. So yeah. So as of right now, we are not spending a great deal of money buying products. We're trying to collect as much money together as we possibly can, just that we can pay for a subscription, and then that way, then we can then continue from there. Uh, I mean, the train set shop is a business at the end of the day. So, as the saying goes, you have to speculate to accumulate. Whereas YouTube, that's not a business, that's a hobby. So I won't be spending money on StreamYard because, well, why should I? At the end of the day, that's all it is. It's just a hobby. Anyway, I feel like I'm boring people to death now. So let's have a look. I think 2 model shows and a Scottish trip in between did burn me out and focus on the main channel. I see. I wouldn't bother, Brian. Leave it to the likes of Timber and the likes of DCC125. Yes, I had heard that he was dabbling in the 3D thing. But yeah, I've been following him for quite some time now, actually. It takes about 2 to 3 hours to do a 5-minute video. I can honestly believe that, Richard. Yeah, you end up watching them 4 or 5 times. Indeed, you do. It's crazy. It's absolutely bloody nuts. It really is. And then you get people saying, "Oh, you haven't done a video for ages. Why haven't you done a video? You haven't done this. You haven't done that." Or then like on my other channel, for some reason, I get a lot of views on the turntable series I did with the microwave parts. And also there was a review that I did on a multi-tool that I'm still using now on the layout, which I think I bought from Argos, I think. And for those of you that are not in the UK, Argos is like it is a shop where you can buy pretty much a lot of things. It's very close to being like a Walmart, but not. But yeah, it's a shop that you can just go and buy all sorts of things, from garden furniture to tools for your car to toys for the kids, computer games. It sells a wide range of things. Argos does, and that seems to get quite a lot of hits too. And I had it's quite weird actually. I had a comment just recently, and I could only respond by saying thanks for watching, because the guy was complaining about the sound quality. He was saying that the music was drowning out the sound of my voice. Isn't that a good thing? And I'm thinking, why even bother commenting? Have you seen the video? Have you seen that the video was like about 4 or 5 years ago? Do people not look at when that video was posted to not realize, oh, hang on a minute, maybe he's actually improved over the years? But no, people still like to complain. And the best of it all is this idiot actually subscribed to the channel afterwards as well. Like, fuck off. Oh dear. Please explain that one, because I really cannot fathom that one out at all. I just, no, it's just not computing. You chase a dream to be a big success, mate, and stop hiding the good stuff under the counter. I'm not doing that anymore, Digger. I got into trouble for that. I'm not doing it anymore. I will tell you though that um, there has been an email recently of somebody asking if I want to buy this gentleman's collection, and I've put in an offer. Um, I've put in an offer which I feel is because I mean, at the end of the day, you've got to remember you are a business, so you can't price these things with your heart. You really can't. As much as I have been doing, I can't do it. So I've priced it at, I believe, a really good fair price, a very competitive price at that, because I have heard that apparently someone else put a bid in way lower than what I did. But I've done it in a way where the company, the train set shop, can still earn some money from it, but at the same time selling it to all of you lot at a price that is way lower than everybody else. That being said, we have noticed recently there are a few people who have been dropping their prices in line with ours. Whether that's a coincidence or not, I don't know. But we always constantly keep an eye on people's prices all the time to try and keep as competitive as we can. So if I see that people are selling stuff cheaper than us, then I have to start asking questions then, like, okay, do I need to drop the price? Is this person doing the same as us, like servicing? A lot of people do. Dave Angel does. Elaine's Trains do. But apart from them, other people I know don't. A lot of Facebook sellers don't. And they will quite happily sell you a product and that they know that doesn't work very well. But that's the way it is, really. Phone, stop shouting at me that an update is available. I know, but there's nothing I can do about it. Right, anyway, let's carry on with the chat, shall we? I am going to pop out for a bit as there is a rail tour passing through. Be back in about 30 minutes. Cool, Simon. Excellent. I won't stop anybody from catching a rail tour. People are saying hello to other people. Brian, try OBS, mate. It's got so much more than StreamYard and it's free. Totally agree with you, Robin Grace, but sadly, OBS is only available via PC and laptop. I've only got my phone. That is it. I don't own a PC. I don't own a laptop. I haven't done since I spilled coffee down my 6-month-old laptop probably about 6 years ago, and that's still in a cupboard under the stairs. Yeah, and it's dead. So as much as I'd love to be able to try and use OBS, I simply just cannot do it. So my only other option is to continue with StreamYard, who I feel very put out by, or attempt to try and use YouTube Live again and just see how I get on with that. So we'll soon see. We'll find out in the next stream, shall we? Brian, take it you've heard about my dad. Indeed, I have, Andy. And yeah, he was there at the model rail crew, and I do remember very much so, Andy. It's really, really sad. I can't even begin to imagine what you're all going through. I really can't. I mean, I don't wish to sound nasty or anything else like that, because I sincerely am not, but I'm just very grateful that both my parents are still very much very much alive. It's been touch and go a couple of times with my dad. My dad's had prostate cancer. He's had issues with his ticker because of his prostate cancer. He's had other issues because of the cancer. But I'm very fortunate he was able to get over that. And, you know, again, even now, he still has the odd issue here and there, but he's still here, which I'm very, very, very grateful for. And I can't even bear to think what it would be like when that day comes. And based on that, I, I am, I feel very, very upset at the fact that you've lost somebody that you love very much. You know, I mean, I regard the, oh, I regard my dad as my hero, and I couldn't bear to think of what it would be like without him. I really couldn't. And yeah, so for what time he's got left, I'm going to make the most of it. Anyway, right, where was I? Mamikoff. um, I enjoy the folks who point out their mistakes, which you already referred and corrected in this in the description section. Do you know what? I can't even remember what I wrote in the description. I have made some really, really bad mistakes. The fiddle yard here, for instance, I had to redo that because I made a massive mistake on that. There was a big issue over here on Finnerton East, by the turntable here. There was a massive issue there, and I've had to rectify that. And it's not 100%, but it's getting there. It's not weirdly, it's actually quite understandable actually, but my steam trains, if there's going to be a derailment, it's going to be them that's going to derail. The diesel engines are, I think it's just the way they're designed. I think it is, they're less prone to derailments than the steam engine. So if I can get a steam engine to run around both loops, then the track must be pretty good. And I do know that occasionally, hello Timber, how are you? And I do understand that sometimes it's the train and not the track. So you've always got to check your back-to-back measurements. The older trains, and I'm talking about Hornby specifically because I know more about them than I do about anything else, but the older locomotives, a lot of people get this whole 14.4 millimeter gap. They take it to heart too much, and what they don't realise is if you've got something like a very old steam locomotive, for instance, like a 1980s locomotive, that gap is not, it's not 14.3, 14.4 millimeters, because if you set your locomotive to that, not only are your wheels probably going to fall off, but it's going to jam up on every single point that you find, every single one of them. So handy little tip for you, if you've got a 1980s locomotive, especially Hornby, the pre-Chinese ones, the Margate built ones, set your gaps to 13.8 and it will run absolutely perfect. Trust me, it will. I've sold steam locomotives to people before, and they've commented on the fact that the wheel spacing was incorrect. Well, up yours, it isn't, because it's been tested thoroughly. I've proved the point. I've proved the concept. It's 13.8, and I don't care what anybody else says. It's 13.8, in my opinion. Right. So there's a handy little tip for you. If you're struggling with your old locomotives, check the wheel spacings. Right, okay. People are all saying hello to Timber. Tim, but only thing you missed is Brian's going DCC. No, I'm bloody well not, John, and you bloody know it too. Yeah, bloody wind-up merchant. You catch the 37s yesterday, Brian. I didn't. No, I didn't. I didn't. But where our yard is at work over in Shrewsbury, the railway line from Sutton Bridge Junction up to it's the line that goes through Gabowen. That line literally runs straight across the back of our yard. It's up high, so we've got our yard, and you've got a massive embankment, and you got the railway above that. The amount of times on a daily basis, I'll say on a daily basis, I've lost count the amount of times I've seen them, but the amount of times the 97s go past our yard, it's great. I mean, sometimes we hear it, we can hear them coming, especially if they're coming up the hill. And you can even go, that's 37, that's 37. We know it's a 97. That's 37. Where's my camera? Where's my camera? And before I've got my phone out of my pocket and pushed the button, the damn thing's gone past. And there's Mr. Bex, and he's there panicking, trying to get his bloody phone out of his pocket, and also he can film it. Like, and we both missed it. Oh dear. Yes, the Welsh pool line. That's the one. But yeah, we do. We see the 97s pass our yard on a frequent basis, and the sound is just it's just heaven, isn't it? There is nothing better than listening to a 37 climbing up a hill. Absolutely nothing better whatsoever. But yeah, the day they take the 37s out of mainline service will probably be the day that I stop going train spotting. Yeah, absolutely. You can't beat a bit of 37 thrash. You really can't. Yeah. Anyway, I had my hand on my dad's heart when it stopped. Oh shit. His last words were, "There's an insurance policy in the wardrobe, son," and there it was. True story. Fuck you know. Oh, Chris, next time I see you, mate, can I give you a hug, mate? Seriously, can I give you a hug next time I see you? Because that is just. That's just fucking next level. That is really bad. That is. Oh, fucking hell. Yeah. Oh, Christ. It's been a shit year, hasn't it, for some? RGJ especially. They've had a shit year. Grace lost her cat as well, which is, oh Christ, yeah. Oh, Smudge, where are you? I want to cuddle. He's probably fast asleep on his bed somewhere. When I say somewhere, his bed is all over the place upstairs. You just never know where he is. It could be on the bed, it could be under the bed, it could be in another room. Who knows? They have the complete run of upstairs. Yeah. Oh, fucking hell. Wheel spacings also depend on the flange height and angle. Absolutely, Ifo, absolutely. And that's one of the reasons why it angers me so much when people comment on wheel spacings and they've just got this whole 14.4 in their head and they do not understand. Coaches, yes, to a degree, as long as they are slim wheels. If you've got the thicker wheels, the spacings are going to be far, far different. Where's my vernier caliper? Where's my vernier caliper? That's got to be here somewhere. Where is it? There's the cover. That's no bloody good, is it? Where is it? Ooh, I think I know where it is. Bear with me a second. I need to go and have a look in the box. Oh. Shut up, Gus. Up there. Shut up, Gus. You dog. Sorry, bad, my fault. Oh. Oh, dog thinks there's an intruder upstairs. I can't find it. I don't know where it is. You can probably hear him. It's here somewhere. I don't know where it is. He'll shut up in a minute. I do know that I've got an awfully big collection of mugs up here. I think I need to give those take those downstairs. I think been up here for months. I did wonder where that mug was actually. It was up here all the time. Anyway, then your caliper. Can't find it. It's here somewhere. I know it's here somewhere because I've been using it downstairs, which I thought it was in the box out there, but turns out it isn't. Oh, where is it? I'll find it for next time. But yes, the mass majority of coaches are 14.4 thereabouts. But you have really got to be careful with the slim ones. See, this is an old wheel set from a four-wheel coach, I think it is. And that one is. And this is a plastic one as well, so you can't adjust the wheel spacings on these. So that's one good test you can do, is if you're not sure what your wheel spacings are and you've got plastic wheel sets, measure them. In fact, actually thinking about it, I've got a spacer here. At least I know where something is. Get my spacer out. So this is a DCC Concepts wheel spacer, right? And this is measured at 14.4. Okay, that will not go in there. It just won't go in because the wheel gaps on these are 13.8. That's how I know. So on all of your older locomotives, the wheel spacings are going to be 13.8. Your newer ones, however, like this one, for instance, where you can actually adjust them. This is actually an old Lima one, this is, right? That one does fit. But you have to be careful because the wheel flanges on the old Lima ones, although they are adjustable, are 13.8 also because of the width of the wheel, the thickness of the wheel. The newer ones, they're much slimmer. See, your newer ones, they're much slimmer than your older ones, only by 0.2, 0.3 of a millimeter, something like that. But yeah, these ones, which is what's this one? Dapol. These are Dapol wheels. These are, and the flange thickness on those are much thinner than the old Lima ones, and also the old Hornby ones. So if I get a Hornby one, there's an old Hornby one, and that compared to the Dapol one here, which is slimmer, the wheel thicknesses are different. So you have to bear that in mind. Not everything is 14.4. Yep, the plastic wheels can be a load of tripe, mostly because of the fact that a lot of the older ones, they bend. And as the axle bends, it creates a wobble with the wheels, which can cause derailments as well. So I have got a few spare ones there that are actually really good ones, and that's why they're there. They're there to replace the wobbly wheel ones. And whenever I find them, I just bin them. But oh, Anthony's going, is he? Okay, Anthony, you take care, buddy. Lima wheels are terrible, but the Curascale wheels are too fine, I think. Yeah. The only issue that I have with Lima wheels is the depth of the flange. The flange is, I mean, you can see it here. I mean, opposed to a 1970s wheel flange, not 1970s, 80s wheel flange from a Hornby wheel set, compared to a Lima one of about the same age. These are a lot thicker. So over Pico points, for instance, the newer Pico points, these will just jump straight over the frogs. These will. These are awful, which is why a lot of people have started to, which are starting to replace their wheels. Mostly because of the fact they're worn out, but also because of the fact it just doesn't run on modern track. You know, a lot of this stuff is designed for System 6 track and Super 4, where the track depth is a lot thicker. You know, I mean, the Hornby 00 track is a lot thinner than a lot of the Triang stuff that you used to be able to buy. The thing is, right, is, now please correct me if I'm wrong, but the way I see it is code, the difference between code 100 and code 75, although code 75 is more to scale, the height of the rail is much thinner. So anything with a thin flange on it will run on code 100. But older locomotives can't run on code 75 because the flanges will just be running on the sleepers. And it'll literally sound like you're having a constant derailment all the time. But the thing is with the Curascale, as good as they are, and they are very good. The attention to detail is absolutely phenomenal, and value for money they most certainly have. But your track has got to be absolutely perfect. Absolutely perfect. It needs to be absolutely, completely and totally arrow straight. I don't even think things like a Curascale would probably run on super elevated track. I don't think it could. Principally, it should, but I think I think as long as you've got that transition between the bank and going back into the straight again, as long as you've got that transition pretty far apart from one another, you shouldn't have any issues, I don't think. But primarily, that track has got to be absolutely, completely and totally flat. Otherwise, it just won't work. I think one of the issues is that, say, like on a class 37, for instance, the center wheel on the bogie is fixed because it's an all-wheel drive unit. It's, you know, it's very much like these ones here. You know, they don't move. Yes, the bogie moves, but the wheel sets, they don't move. Bachmann's, they do. But I don't think the center wheel is driven on those. Whereas with these being a 6-wheel drive, as to with the Curascale, any undulations in your track, it's just going to pivot on that middle wheel, and therefore the front wheel just jumps straight off the track. So yeah. So if you want to buy perfection, your track has to be perfection. And that's one of the problems that a lot of people don't understand, is they think there's something wrong with that particular locomotive. There isn't. It's the track that's the problem. Uh, People like Charlie Chadwick, he's done a video on it, and he might have done it, in my opinion, the wrong way round. He complained about the problem with the Cura scale first, and then right at the end of the video, then turned around and said, it's my track that's the problem, not the train. Right. So what was the point of that video? Right. Anyway, but that's that. Right. All modern wheels are designed for code 75. Yeah, quite probably so. Quite probably so. It's all to do. To me, I think it's all to do with accuracy. I suppose it's in its name, Acura scale. It's an accurate, detailed model. It's not a train. It's not a toy train. It's a proper, accurate model. But I think stuff like that, I think, is more suited to the serious modeler. Personally, it's more suited to people who are serious about the scale and stuff like that. These are the people who will painstakingly respace the sleepers to allegedly the correct spacing. I know Double O isn't to scale. It never has been. It's more HO that's to scale. But if you want to get really pedantic about it all, then you're probably going to be going towards things like EM scale, 4mm. Those are the ones for your, I suppose, rivet counters in a way. But to people like myself who just likes to put a train on a track and let it go, we like simple things in life. I'm much more happier with my Flying Fox and my Silver Link than from the 80s stroke 90s than I would be from anything from Bachmann these days. Detail is fantastic, but the price doesn't reflect. Only on stuff like a Cura scale where the price does reflect. But there we go. Yeah, exactly. Tim, I've heard some really fantastic things about Cavalex. Cavalex, I think, are sort of like on par with the Cura scale. Hello, Alan. All rise for Lord Al. Lord Al is in the house. Sorry, Al, I can't put up your coat of arms because StreamYard have took that privilege away from us free users. And I can't afford to pay their subscription cost, which is really annoying because I actually really enjoy doing that, but hey, there we go. Oh dear, yeah, absolutely. What else we got? They are nice to deal with, but I wouldn't say the quality is there personally, Brian. Who are we talking about now, Tim? Are we talking about Acura scale or are we talking about other manufacturers? Oh, I think it was Cavalex, wasn't it? I've never seen a Cavalex model, so I couldn't comment. Whereas Acura scale, I have seen them. I've had one in my hand. Beautiful locomotives. I'd love to own one. Yeah, I thought so, Tim. But can't afford it, and one just would not run on this track. It's just not perfect enough. But my 80s locomotives, they love it. Anyway, Al, how are you? It's nice to have you back. It's nice to be back. What do we have? Oh yeah, Al, I've bought a couple of new locomotives. These are projects that I bought. So I bought them fairly cheap. I bought a pair of Hornby Class 31s, and the chassis has Mazak rot in them. I knew this before I bought it, so I haven't been scammed in any way. But I have purchased these from Dave Angel Trains. He knows I like a project, and he approached me and asked me if I wanted to buy them, and I bought them. So the chassis are bent like a banana. The circuit board has broken away from the chassis there, but fortunately the circuit board is fine. Oh dear, excuse me. But everything else works. The motor works, bogies are all fine, and everything else like that. They just need to be transferred into another locomotive. So I'm going to be experimenting. I've been told to use a Lima Class 31 because apparently they're better for converting than the Hornby ones are. What Alan said. Got a photo for you, Brian, of where I am up to. Ah, smashing. Okay, Al. Let's have a look. I don't think I've got Messenger on this phone. I think it's on my other phone. I'll have to have a look later, Al, because I can't actually see it right now, which is a sad thing, really. But there we go. Let's clear out. But yeah, send me a photo, Al. I'll have a look because yeah. How long is that platform? Because it looks almost as long, if not longer, than platforms I've got on Finnerton Central. I mean, mine are like about 2 meters long. Just sent it. Ah, I heard the buzz. 6 feet. Oh, what is 6 feet? I ain't got a tape measure here. I should have a tape measure here. I don't think I've got one. Oh, bloody hell. What's 6 foot in bloody meters? I don't think I got one. The tape measure gone. I think the tape measure's gone. Oh, I must have moved it for something else. 2 meters then. Oh yeah, okay. Your station platform is probably the same length as my longest one. Yeah, still a good size though. 2 meters, so you should be able to fit a 7-car HST on there quite comfortably, I would imagine. Was it 7 or was it 6? No, I think it was 6. I think it was because I actually put one of my HSTs on here to make sure it would fit, and it did. You need to get the canopy over the station sorted, Brian. Indeed, I do. Yeah, thought so, Alan. Yeah, indeed, I do. But there are so many other things that I need to do to the station first before I even contemplate on putting the roof on. I mean, the roof itself, I would say, is probably about 90% completed now. I just need to do some small little bits like put the guttering in and stuff like that on it, which I will do when I start assembling it for the last time. But what I'm going to do is, I think, this section here from the station back, I think I don't know quite what to do with it yet. I had thought about having like it in 3 different sections. That's how it was designed to be to begin with, was to be in 3 different sections. So the center section would be fixed, and then the 2 end sections can be lifted off in one piece. But with the way it's designed, I wouldn't be able to do that because as soon as I pick it up, it's just going to fold over. So I know I can't do that, but I need to work out a way in which I can get to the track if ever I get a derailment. I mean, touch wood, I've never had a derailment on the station. So if I ever have to remove any of the station roof, it won't be that difficult to do. And it won't be that often either. 6, yeah. I thought it was 6 actually. Yeah, that's right. Yeah, because I think at the time, I think I had 7 of the shorties, and the 7 of the shorties fitted on there okay, but 6 of the full length ones did fit perfectly. I think the 2 power cars, I think they just sat just off the end of the platform, but the back doors were still on the platform. My memory serves me rightly. It's been a while since last had an HST running around on this layout, uh, which is something else I need to deal with. Yeah. Yeah, HSTs, for instance. I mean, that's something else I'm looking to do as well. I'm looking to upgrade my HSTs from my old 80s version ones to the later version, the all-wheel drive versions. Um, but every time I see them coming up for sale, people are asking ridiculous money for them, and they've always got sound fitted. So I don't know whether you can actually buy the all-wheel drive HSTs without sound, because I don't need sound in them. I don't want sound in them. Um, I'm not a big lover of sound locomotives. Full stop. Um, uh, I think I just think it's just too loud. I think it's just too loud. I've been to a few exhibitions just lately where people have had sound locomotives, and when they turn them off at the end of the day, so we can all start packing up and everything, you almost can hear a sigh of relief because the noise just suddenly gone. um, but but yeah, I mean, I'm not opposed to sound locomotives. I just personally don't like it myself. Brian, with his 2 phones, always has a burner in case. Um, yeah, yeah, okay. Well, I have a phone down here and I have a phone there. I also have a phone downstairs, but that's the company phone. um, yeah, so if anybody wants a floor fitting and they're in the area that I'm in, give me a call. uh, but oh, I just noticed Andy Dobson. Hello, Andy Dobson. How are you, my friend? Um, right, so how is everybody anyway? Is everybody all okay? I hope everybody's all okay, considering, what with all the shit that's been going on just lately. But yeah, yeah, still reading from that comment from Chris, to be honest. That was quite deep, that was. Um, but uh, but yeah, I hope everyone's all okay. I hope everyone's layouts are all okay. I've been trying to follow on with everybody as much as I possibly can. Um, but uh, but yeah. So where are we up to now? It's 7:45 now. I would imagine Rob and Grace are have left the chat now, so they can go and set up their own stream. So don't forget, Rob and Grace are actually doing their live stream tonight. So if any of you do go on their live stream tonight, you're on a mission. You're on a mission to make them laugh as much as possible. Okay, there we go. Oh, Richard says he's all good. That's very nice to hear. Um, but yeah, okay. Well, I'm going to start wrapping things up now. I'll give you all a bit of a break before Rob and Grace jump on. I'm going to go down and have a look for something to eat and perhaps cook me tea, and then I'll be jumping into Rob and Grace's live stream. I would put a link, but I'm not a mod, Brian. No, nobody is Timber. Due to a technical hitch on my part, I can't give everybody a spanner this month. But leave it with me, and then after the stream, I will deal with it, and everybody will all be getting spanners. I can promise you that. uh, and I'll sort this out as well. I know, I know what the problem is. I'm logged in on the chat here on my old channel, which I suddenly realised, um, and because of that, I can't give everybody spanners, and I don't want to muck around with it now because that would mean I'd miss half the bloody chat. Um, oh, Brian, you got more white hair than me, so you can be cool. You can call yourself Santa. Yeah, there's a bit of a running joke going around at the moment. Paul had took a selfie of himself and posted it on Facebook, and he just reminded me of Santa. He just looked a bit like Santa. So ever since then, I've been calling him Santa. But apparently, I've got grayer hair than he has. But he still looks more like Santa than I do. I just look a scruff. But what's your thoughts? Do you think Paul is Santa Claus? Do you reckon he's a Santa Claus in disguise? I think he is. Andy, I'm fine. I am fine, Brian. Sugars are under control. That's always a plus, Andy. I'm so glad about that. Yeah, there's nothing worse than that. I was asked to be a Santa for my local pub, and I told them that I was bad Santa. God, I remember that film. God, that was ridiculously stupid. Yeah, not a film I'd watch again. Oh dear. But yeah, it's thanks for the live, Brian. You have been missed. Thank you, John Holly. I do appreciate it. But yeah, it's been great. I wished I did this a long time ago, to be honest with you. I really do. I've been able to follow people's channels much easier since I've done it. And Bad Santa, Trading Places. Oh, that Bad Santa. Oh, I see. Yeah, Trading Places. That was a good film. That was. I'd love to watch that again, actually. Does anybody remember if you've ever seen Trading Places? Have you ever seen the cameo at the end of Coming to America? At the end of that, I thought that was really funny and very clever. But yeah, for those of you that have seen it, you'll know what I mean. If you've never seen it, watch it. But you've got to watch Trading Places first, then watch Coming to America, and you'll understand the bit at the end. We're back. Oh dear. Yeah, absolutely. But yeah, to be kind of honest with you, Dan Aykroyd, cracking actor he is. I don't think I've ever seen him in a bad film. I really haven't. But no, I don't think I've ever seen him in a bad movie. But yeah, but Eddie Murphy, yeah, he has had a few bad movies. Boomerang was terrible. That was really terrible. That was. The Golden Child was brilliant. Oh dear. But yeah, I am back. I'm smiling again. I'm feeling like myself again, thanks to some cracking tablets. And yeah, I'm doing all right. I'm doing all right. You know, yeah. To be kind of honest with you, during the stream, I've been looking at this now and I'm thinking, I need to do this, I need to do that, I need to do the other. You know, and I actually feel like I actually want to do something. For the last 2 months, I haven't. But yeah, yeah, you got the yeah, you got the Viagra then, Brian. Yeah, that's it. Yeah, the railway Viagra, as they call it, I suppose. But yeah, yeah, yeah. I actually am feeling really good. I'm feeling really good, and I really am very, very glad to be back. I really am. and I'm glad that you've all come back as well. Right, okay, I'm going to leave it at that. Yeah, the train horn. Absolutely right, Chris. Bang on. Okay, everybody. Thank you very much for joining in. Thank you very much for joining me on my new channel. I feel like I can prioritize now. The other channels for other things that I watch that are completely and totally not train related whatsoever. Because I follow a lot of like car channels and stuff. And yeah, I can switch from one to the other. When I feel like I want to watch something train related, I can go to this channel. If I feel like I want to watch something like Colin Verse, for instance, I can watch the other channel. But yeah. So everybody keep smiling. For a few of you, I know it's a bit of a struggle right now, but you'll get there. I'm sure you'll get there. And yeah, happy modeling, everybody, and I will see you soon. I suppose one thing I haven't really thought about really is the fact that I've now got to get up, turn the camera around, turn it off. Never thought about that. Oh dear. So everyone. You can have a quick look at the layout as I turn it around. You can really see that I haven't done anything. All right. You take care now, everyone. I'll get you off the cradle here. There we go. Okay. Right. Good night, everyone, and I'll see you next month. Bye for now. Bye.